Came up here with it.
See them today came for locks trying to see if it keep master.
Yeah. All right. Shalom.
Shalom.
First and foremost, we'd like to give all praise and glory unto Yahweh, Hashem, God, Kadash, and double honors unto the apostles and the elders of GMS who do well, teach well, being great examples for younger brothers, and peace and blessings and salutations to the hopeful leg out there pushing his word in truth and in sincerity across the four winds in the name of Yahweh Bashim Shai, pushing to get up out of here. Shalom to the hopeful leg, the believers and listeners who may have came back to the obedience of the scriptures through faith in Yahweh Bashim Shai. All right. With GMS Mississippi Camp coming with, all right, a weekly lesson, just in transit, going into various topics and the kingdom, the new kingdom that's at hand, okay? Because we're in the midst of a great transition. And this is the last and final transition of kingdoms, okay? Because throughout history, all right, throughout time, okay, since man was placed upon earth, all right, there has been transitions of kingdoms from one nation to another. Well, now we are at that last and final transition of kingdoms where it's going to transfer from Esau unto Jacob, okay? And it's going to be the kingdom of Israel where Yahweh Shai is coming to establish the throne of David, okay? And that should be the main topic in the earth, okay? While everyone's distracted, full of themselves and all into vanity and all right, arguing about things that don't matter. Well, the only thing that's going to matter is the kingdom, all right, of Israel, which is the throne of David being established by Yahweh. Okay, so let's get that. This is all pertaining to prophecy, man.
Kind of look at chapter 2 and verse 44.
Yep.
It says that in the days of these kings shall the Most High, like shall the power of heaven set up a kingdom.
Yep.
Which shall never be destroyed.
Yeah, in the days of these kingdoms. And see, this is the time that we're in, is these kingdoms. And that kingdom is the kingdom of Esau, Edom, which represents, all right, the 10 toes of that statue represent the kingdom of Esau in this time. Okay, and that statue goes from, the Syrian Babylonian Empire, all right, into the Medo-Persian Empire, to the Empire of the Greeks, the Romans, okay? And then Rome has been revived. The Greco-Roman Empire has been revived in the earth as the 10 toes of that statue of the NATO, America, and EU, okay? So in the days where this system will be ruling the earth, okay? So the scriptures let us know what government system will be ruling the earth, all right, before the Lord would establish the kingdom, okay, of Israel under Yahweh, man. Go ahead.
God. It says, which shall never be destroyed, and the kingdom shall not be left to other people.
Yeah, so this is an everlasting kingdom, which means this is it. Because if you have a kingdom that lasts forever, that means it should not be left to other people. Because power is not lost, it's transferred. Okay? So the power that we're coming into, it'll never be transferred to another people. The authority, the wealth, the resources that we're getting ready to come into will not be transferred to other people. Okay? Go ahead.
God. It says, but it shall break in pieces and consume all these kingdoms, and shall stand forever.
It shall break in pieces and consume all these kingdoms and shall stand forever, man. And his word the beginning of this place being consumed is through the mouth of the prophet, through Yahweh Shema Shai, raising up the prophet, because they shall consume and break in pieces these kingdoms. Okay? Well, real quick, let's get that get Jeremiah chapter 1 and verse 10. Yep. But I need you to get we went into yesterday. Uh, Jeremiah 23 and 29.
So you went 1 to 10 and then 23, 29.
Yeah.
God, this is Jeremiah chapter 1, verse 10.
They got that.
It It says, see, I have this day set thee over the nations and over the kingdoms to root out and to pull down and
And
to
to root
destroy.
out, to pull down and destroy. So the Lord set up the prophets to root out, to pull down and destroy, talking about this kingdom. But it's through this word. Okay, it's through this word that this kingdom is being destroyed. Go ahead.
It says to root out, to pull down and to destroy and to throw down, to build and plant.
To build and plant, to build and plant the new kingdom. See, so what the prophets are doing through this word is tearing down one kingdom and building up a new kingdom. So through this word, the kingdom of Esau is being consumed, being destroyed, which real quick, get Second Thessalonians 2:7. Then you're gonna get that Luke 2, get that Second Thessalonians 2:7. Finish that.
Oh, you got some more on that?
Yeah, it's smoking.
That was Jeremiah 18.
Yeah, but it's more of it.
That was all of that piece.
Okay, come on. So go ahead, get that uh Second Thessalonians 2:7.
Second Thessalonians chapter 2, verse 7.
Yep.
For the mystery of iniquity doth already work.
Yeah, the mystery of iniquity doth already work. See, this was the time of what? Pagan Rome, during the time of Edom Rome. So Esau, Edom, the mystery of iniquity was already in power. And this is what the Apostle Paul was subtly saying. He was subtly saying, man. He was using subtlety, man. Okay, go ahead.
Only he now liveth your life until he be taken out of the way.
Yeah, so Edom, during the time of Rome, he had his time of rule as the Romans, and then he was, moved from power, but then he was allowed to be revived back in the earth, the Renaissance. Okay, but now he's going to be taken out of the way for good this time. You see? Because even him coming back was all a part of prophecy, man. So the Lord has allowed this man to come back because now he has the fulfillment of the blessing given to him by Isaac. He didn't have it as the Romans. He didn't have the fatness of the earth. He had a portion of the earth, okay? He had the top government in the earth at that time, but he didn't have the fullness of that blessing, which is the fatness of the earth. He got that during this time, during the Renaissance period, what they call the Renaissance, man, the rebirth of Esau. Okay, this is when the fulfillment of the 10 toes. Okay, because remember, the Greeks and the Romans, they failed. Okay, but they will come back as their 10 toes, America, NATO, and EU. Okay, and now he's being revealed in this time, man. Go ahead.
And then shall that wicked be revealed.
Yep.
And the Lord shall receive the spirit of his mouth.
And shall consume the spirit of his mouth. So now this devil is being exposed before the Lord takes him down, and he's being consumed through the spirit of the Lord's mouth, which is the prophets. Remember, it said in Daniel 2:44, all right, that it will consume and break kingdoms in pieces. And this is what he's doing. Jeremiah, what he took up to root out. Okay. All right. What do you know? The faith of a mustard seed, you can move mountains. If you try to find that, bro. But you got it, bro.
It shall destroy the brightness of his coming.
It shall destroy the brightness of his coming, which is Yahweh Shai. Okay? So we're in the process of a kingdom being rooted out and another kingdom being established. All right? This is happening now. You see? And Yahweh Shai, when he comes, he's just going to complete that transition. So get there real quick in Luke 17 and 21, because the kingdom starts in us. Because we're planting the seed, all right, our behavior. Because see, when people, all right, are around us, that should be their introduction to the kingdom. Our conduct should be an introduction to the kingdom. How we are, how we move, the humility, the patience, that should be an introduction to the kingdom. Our conduct. Okay? So the Lord is teaching us the conduct of the kingdom before we get a physical kingdom. You got it, bro. Get it, bro. Yeah, 17 and 20.
I got this.
Luke chapter 16, verse 21. Either shall they say, look here, or look there, for behind my shall shine, It's within you.
Yeah, so before people see the physical kingdom, there's going to be a physical kingdom. He's either going to build up a physical kingdom infrastructure for us, man. The precious stone, transparent gold. Okay, but before then, people are starting to see our conduct. Okay, that's the beginning phase of the kingdom. It's us getting ourselves together, man. Getting our mind right, man. Okay, getting our conduct together. What manner of person ought we to be? As the scriptures say, man. Okay, you can say something, bro.
Con,
You got you got to speak up.
con, what you see are individuals of another world. You know, this conduct has changed the minds of those that it touched. This wisdom that opened up these people. And that's of the 12 tribes. They have become new. We are alien to this world. We're a whole new sense of new beings, new creatures. You know, for the kingdom of come, like the kingdom that's of another world. And you're looking at individuals of that other world. You know,
And since you said they get that, like St. John 17 and 13, and you get your
Con, this
it's St. John chapter 17, verse 13, bro. Just to expound on what you were saying, bro. You got it, bro.
this is the book of Matthew, chapter 17, verse 20.
Yep.
And Yahushua said unto them, because of your unbelief, for verily I say unto you, if you have faith as a grain of mustard seed, you shall say unto this mountain, remove hence to yonder place, and it shall move, it shall remove, and nothing shall be impossible unto you.
Yeah, so what is that mountain that he was speaking of moving with faith? Esau, the government of Esau. Okay? Real quick, just to prove that Isaiah 13 and 1. What mountain is it speaking of, man? So through faith, we're moving the whole government out the way, man. Through the spirit and power of Yahweh Bashim Al Shah, man. You know? You got me.
This is the book of Isaiah, chapter 13, starting in verse 1. It says, the burden of Babylon, which Isaiah, the son of Amos, did see.
Yep.
Verse 2. Lift ye up a banner upon the high mountain.
Lifting you up a banner on the high mountain. Speaking of the government of Esau, that's the high government in the earth. The government of these devils, man. Okay? The 10 toes. So the banner that we're lifting up is the scriptures. Go ahead.
I was trying to see if I got something. I was trying to see if it has in the back, yo.
Yeah.
Verse 2, starting said, lift ye up a banner upon the high mountain, exalt the voice unto them, shake the hand, that they may go into the gates of the nobles.
Yeah, so the gates of the nobles, all right, which are the elites, and right now the gates are the enemy, okay, because this is where all the traffic is at. So now we're able, all right, to confront, all right, the nobles through the internet, because these devils watch. You best believe the elites watch more than anyone, because they know what we're speaking of, man. Okay, and the scriptures are hip, that has us hip to their wicked agenda, man. All right, there's no one that has these devils, all right, pinned down more accurately than the prophets, man, because it's through the spirit of Yahweh Shema Shai. Okay, so that mountain that's being moved is the mountain of Esau that's being moved through faith, man. Okay, you had some, bro. You got that St. John
in St. John 16 verse
17, verse 13.
17 verse 13.
Yep, St. John.
And now come I to thee, and these things I speak in the world, and they may have my joy fulfilled in themselves.
Yo, so Yahweh Shai was speaking to the disciples, okay, and he was speaking of a kingdom to come, because guess what? During the time of Yahweh Shai, all right, we was in captivity to the Romans, okay, to Esau. Okay, so the good news is that now we got our own kingdom, and everyone is going to be subject to Israel, all right, through Yahweh Bashim Al Shai. So that was the good news, and that was the joy that the disciples had, man, that there was a kingdom to come. That's why even Peter, hey, he was ready to get down. They came and got Yahweh Shai. You know, he thought, okay, bet, let's take the kingdom. You know, their mindset was geared towards the kingdom, towards rulership. They thought, hey, Yahweh Shai, he came with that power to take down Rome. You know, but it wasn't that time. All right, go ahead.
I have given them thy word, and the world have hated them
Yep.
because they are not of the world.
Yeah, so I have given them thy word, and the world, this age, or even the cosmos, which is Israel, our people, 2/3, they hate us because 2/3 are of this age. They are of this world because we're not of this world, like the brother said. We're not. Every day that goes by, we're becoming more compatible with the kingdom and less compatible with this world. And we're not trying to fit in, man. You come into the truth, man. You kind of be in between, but now as you grow in this thing, man, we're not trying to fit in, man. Okay.
What the scripture say, we begin to have that hate vehemently,
Yeah.
and that word vehemently goes into a passion towards something or intense or forcing something.
Yep.
I mean, we have a passionate hate for this place. We have an intense hatred for this place and everything about it. The only thing that we really got to enjoy right now is the brothers, the body, and learning what we're supposed to learn right now throughout this process.
Watch your props and have.
God, that's it. Just watching the process. Outside of that, really, like, you hate this shit. But we're in captivity. You're supposed to hate it. You're going through a learning phase. It ain't supposed to be comfortable to you. I got one for you too, first.
Make it done. That's fair to him.
Man,
Go ahead, bro.
and your thought patterns are so different. What they say, oh, you're not human, or you're an extremist. Why? Because you're so different. Because you're so different. They say you're not normal. You know.
If I may ask, like, it normal is like when it's normal for if everybody is with a wave, the masses, it's normal now.
Yeah, what they call cultural norm.
The cultural norm. So if you're not a part of the cultural norms, you're not normal.
Yeah.
Go ahead, bro.
You're not following the format.
Yep.
You know.
You got it.
Continue
Yeah.
because they are not of the world, even as I am not of the world.
Yeah, so it's we're conformed to Yahweh Shai because Yahweh Shai is not of this age. See, we're meant to be looked at as outcasts as weird, but we're ahead of the curve. You see, the things that they call weird now, that's gonna be the new normal in the kingdom. You know, it's normal it's weird to see a bunch of Israelite men get along together, have humility one towards another, have each other's best interest in mind. That's weird in this world. Okay, that's weird for a woman to be in order to her husband. All right, an Israelite woman to be in order to her husband. That's weird in this world, man. Okay, for a man to have multiple women, that's weird in this world. But see, these things are going to be the norm. Okay, Jake being the head of his household, that's weird in this matriarch society, man. Okay, but these things are going to be the norm. So we're just ahead of the curve. Okay, these people are weird. Look at these people, man. These people are in no place to call anything weird or out of place, man.
Nigga fighting at the phone.
Yeah, look at what these niggas doing, man. Look at how these niggas live every day, man. Look at these niggas' thought process and reasoning or lack thereof, man. There's no way that these people should be able to make us feel weird, knowing we know and we on the outside looking in at the madness of a nigga, man. Okay?
Then their ways,
Got it.
then their ways is opposite against nature.
Yeah, exactly.
In weird about?
Exactly, bro. With a real quick, Job 10 and 21. You got some more in it?
No, that was it.
Okay, good. You got it.
God, this is the book of Job, chapter 10, verse 21. Before I go, whence I shall not return even to the land of darkness and the shadow of death.
Yeah, so once we get out of here, it's over. We'll never come back to this beast, man. And
Done.
the earth will never get back to this condition. So that's us leaving, the land of darkness, which is here in America, man. Go ahead.
God, verse 22. A land of
Society, man. Okay, it's extremely dark, man. And we only see the surface of the darkness, man. Like, if you see what's going on behind the scenes of the people that be at the park walking the dog, and you think, If you just seen what these people are really into in the dark, it's a very dark society. See, the Lord gonna judge this bitch, all right, for things we see and things that we don't even see. That's why nukes are prepared for this place, man. It's a very dark and twisted society, man. And darkness is becoming more and more normal, man.
Yeah. They call it. They try to clone it. They try to reface that darkness or rebrand that darkness as being modern.
Yeah.
A modern society. Like people are just okay with being full of shit. Like you should, like, and that's the thing. That's the beautiful part. One of the beautiful things about the process we going through, because we're in a world of darkness, and still, like, us doing this and living this to the best of our ability, we still get to see the perks, and we get to see how it feels for a man for a man and a woman to be in order. And we doing that to the best of our abilities in this wicked ass flesh. So imagine how much more better it's gonna be being the kingdom, being able to be in righteousness. We seeing the little perks of righteousness right now.
Yep.
So it's not a bad thing, because you want to live your life according to the will and the obedience of Yahweh Shemashah, according to the obedience of the scriptures.
Well,
Yep.
yeah. If you say make this shit,
Go ahead.
I'm going to receive
Look out a bit on this.
revelations.
yeah, go read.
With this Revelation chapter 18, verse 2, he cried with a mighty voice, saying, Babylon the Great is fallen, and has become the habitation of devils, in the hold of every foul spirit, in the cage of every unclean hateful bird. That's the place we get destroyed. This place it's a focal point for unclean spirits. Correct me if I'm wrong.
Yeah, that's the whole. Cause right now, this place is the source of wickedness, because there's witchcraft that's practiced here that's not allowed nowhere else, man. That's why a lot of the witches left. The Eastern Hemisphere came over here to America, where they had free range to practice those things that other governments outlaw. But under America, man, you can just come here. That's why I said, from thy youth, going into the enchantments from thy youth. So America was conceived, all right, and coupled with witchcraft. There's, the desert creature that's going to inhabit this place after the destruction, all right, but going to the point, the place has been the haven, all right, for wickedness in the earth. That's why it's called mother of harlots. The source, the motherland of wickedness in the earth, man.
You can see it too, because this is the hub.
Yep.
It's the only place that can go somewhere else and set up a base or an infrastructure in another foreign country and feed into, like, America. Babylon the Great is the hub, and that's why it's called Babylon the Great. It's it's the capital of all the wickedness.
Yep.
Verse 30, down the planet.
Yeah.
This is verse 3. For all nations have drunk of the wine of the wrath of her fornication, and the kings of the earth have committed fornication with her, and the merchants of the earth were waxed rich through her abundance in her delicacy. See, these people, they have brought up away her sins. I mean, all that sins, the Western culture, stuff that is pushed out of America. They got the media, they got, the music, they wait for life. Everybody's trying to imitate America right now. But they be getting rich off of it. Rich off what sin. The idea, the idolatry of sin, but sin is falling in sin, great dignity. Verse 5, for sins have reached up unto heaven, and God have remembered her iniquities. You gotta think how big can this place be that that he can do that.
It's, America is being talked about in the heavens, in the spiritual realm. The wickedness has got to the point that the judgment has to come from the spiritual realm, directly from the spiritual realm. All judgment originates in the spiritual realm and plays out in the earth. But America is so bad that this judgment is going to come directly from the spiritual
They
realm.
gotta be hands on. They gotta show up. This last bit of Job 10 and 22.
Revelation 19.
It says,
You know, really.
and of the shadow of death without any order, and where the light is as darkness.
You know, so where the light is the darkness without any order, complete confusion. All right, this is a kingdom of complete confusion, man. Okay, this is a kingdom where two men can adopt a child. Okay, you have two dads, two moms. Okay, and you call a stud, you stepdad. Like, this is absolutely goddamn crazy, man. And the children are just being so goddamn confused that, like you said, they saying we not human. No, you people are not human. Nothing you do is, like I say, lines up with nature. That's why you say you'll have a nigga woman with a stud, with a stud, but she got children already. Then the children seeing the side nigga come through, so the children confused as hell. Like, nothing that you niggas do lines up with nature. Nothing that our people do lines up with nature, man. Okay, it's not normal to have 3, 4, 5 baby daddies. It's not a baby daddy, baby mama is not normal. These things are not normal. Drill culture, okay? A young nigga, all these things are not normal because nature doesn't need it. Nature doesn't need a young nigga, a stud, a bad bitch. Those things are not needed in nature. You see? But under the land of confusion, these things are culture. You see? The feminist doctrine, that's not needed in nature. Okay? So what the Lord is finna do is finna get rid of all this unnatural bullshit that Esau Edom has established in the earth. You can
I
say
got a
something.
precept for you too, and then I got a follow up after the brother can do that. We're gonna back it up. I'm reading the NLT and KJV, then the NLT. It says this is Jeremiah. It's the brother Jim mentioned his likeness. Jeremiah 51 and 25.
Yep.
It says, "Behold, I am against thee, O destroying mountain," pointing to that mountain Esau.
Yep.
It saith the Lord Yahweh Shema Shot, which destroyers all the earth.
Yep.
I will stretch out my hand upon thee and will roll thee down from the rocks, and I will burn. I will make thee a burnt mountain.
Yeah, and I will make thee a burnt mountain. That's what the nukes. But the Lord, as we're moving this place in the spirit, the Lord gonna physically move this bitch with the nukes, man.
Yep.
Okay, go ahead.
Yep. This is that in the NLT. It says, "Look, O mighty mountain, destroyer of the earth."
Yep, Esau Edom. The government of Esau Edom had destroyed the earth, man, morally, physically, financially, spiritually. Every way you can think of, the government of Esau Edom, mainly through America, has destroyed the earth, man. Every complaint that you can have is rooted back in this nigga government, man. Go ahead.
It says, "I am your enemy."
Yep.
Says the Lord Yahweh
Hey, the
Shema
Lord said,
Shot.
I am your enemy.
So that's a cut that goes to everybody. Like, oh, everybody want to try to save me.
Yep.
You know, everybody want to. This nigga is a destroyer of the earth. Every time this nigga in power, the earth is even crying out to Yahweh Shema Shah saying, "Come get this nigga off me."
All you Trump fanboys. You know, we did the lesson this morning. You goddamn Trump fanboys, man. Okay, you don't know that Trump, the Lord all right, is an enemy to these devils, man. And you niggas making the alliance with these devils in a time of judgment, showing that the Lord got you niggas set up for failure, man.
But they the same thing in Egypt.
Yeah, same thing in Egypt, same thing in Rome, same thing during the Greeks. You know, that Maccabees first chapter, they say it went, let's make a league with the Greeks.
Yep.
You know,
They built
place to exercise and shit.
to teach the kids.
Yeah, you
bring
niggas,
customs.
you just got Jakes that love to eat the culture, man. Okay? And then talking about, yeah, Trump doing this for us. Like Jake making themselves like as if they got some type of true alliance with America, man. Jake is like us. All you keep saying, yeah, see, Trump is working for us. You see, we got this for us. Nigga, you don't see no benefits of the deals that America make.
You still out here hurting with your dumb ass.
You know what I'm saying? When America make a deal or something, nigga, you don't get no, nigga, that's them folks and they shit. You don't have part in this government benefits and the perks of this government. Hell, Edomites, all right, low level Edomites don't even have part in this government. Somebody, but you niggas are so slave minded that you're happy that food is somewhat affordable Nigga, you nigga food supposed to be in abundance, nigga. You're supposed to walk out and you have fruit trees and livestock everywhere, man. You're not supposed to be okay.
That's
So
resources.
yeah, you're not supposed to be subjugated, all right, to the grocery store and how much they want to make the food. No, man, you're supposed to have resources as a man, as a family. You're supposed to have things, man. But this man, all right, Esau Edom has gotten everybody addicted to this slave culture, and that's what the Romans perfected. They knew how to make people look at their slavery as a culture because they spoiled their slaves.
Yep.
They worked them, but they spoiled them. It was a balance. It's like a mind fuck.
They rephrase slavery as being what's the word? We go into a lot. Not comfortable.
Convenient.
Convenience. They reform slavery as convenience.
Pretty much, they just make it convenient for you to be a slave.
Yep.
You got all the resources you need to continue on slavery.
Yep.
You got to know.
It said, I'm gonna read this part again. It says, "I am your enemy," says the Lord Yahweh Shema Shai. "I will raise my fist against you to knock you down from the heights.
And that's gonna be Yahweh shot at right hand. Go ahead.
When I am finished, you will be nothing but a heap of burnt rubble."
Yep. And that's the America being the desert.
I want to get the hell to back that up to let you know he's talking about Esau Edom. It's a famous movie like Malachi 1, and we're gonna start at get straight to the point. They started with
You started at
4. This Malachi 1 chapter 4 just to back that up and let you know that he's talking about Esau Edom.
You reading the
NLT. It says Esau's descendants and Edom may say, "We have been shattered."
Esau's descendants. So when talking about it, all you people that descend from Esau, which is mainly the so-called white man and woman of today.
And they killed the bullshit too. And people said, "Oh, well, that already happened." He said he did Esau like that. He said Esau's descendants. So that means everybody that comes down, each and every last one of you wicked bastards, that goes to every last one of y'all.
Yeah.
It says Esau's descendants and Edom may say, "We have been shattered, but we will rebuild the ruins."
And that's what they've done. We're living in the rebuilt ruins of the Roman Empire. Okay? Rome has been rebuilt and the earth revived and now has digital technology. Now this is the digital Rome. The sea hilt is for you to be a citizen of digital Rome. You niggas want to keep on, all right, being fanboys for Trump. You gotta take this sea hilt. You gotta go digital, all right. And niggas is already prepped for that, man. Go ahead.
Yeah, cause all he doing is building that trust.
Yep.
So when he tell you, look, you just gotta do this here, everything gonna be all right. You niggas gonna flock. This reading into it, it says, "But the Lord Yahweh Shema Shai of heaven's armies replies, they may try to rebuild, but I will demolish them again."
I would demolish them again. Except this time it's gonna be good. Ain't no coming back. Won't be nothing to rebuild with. Okay? The Lord's gonna demolish again. All right, go ahead.
It says their country will be known as the land of wickedness, and their people will be called the people whom the Lord is forever angry.
Yeah, so this bags up the point, all right, that Priest Lot made, going into how this place is the haven for wickedness, man. Okay, because wherever Edomites dwell, wherever there's an Edomite government, okay, wickedness is there. Okay, they go hand in hand. All right, and this is what the Lord is going to throw down. All right, and then he's building up a new kingdom right before the devil eyes. Man. All right, Psalms 50, 50 and 20. Okay, but you got it, bro. Get that.
Revelation chapter 19, verse 2. For true and righteous are his judgments.
Yep.
When he have judged the great whore, which did corrupt the earth with her fornication.
He have judged the great whore which did corrupt the earth for her fornication. America, man. That wicked influence. The king is coming to get rid of the source of the problem. Go ahead.
He have avenged the blood of his saints at her hand.
They have avenged the blood of his saints at their hand, man. Because you're gonna have martyrs at the end of this thing. Okay, but those martyrs are what? They're going to be resurrected immortal, and Yahushua going to be judging this people. See, that's the beautiful. Hey, that's the sweet victory in Yahushua. Even if we have to be a martyr for this truth, we're going to be on the chariot, and we're going to see America on fire. We're still, even if you're a martyr, we still be able to see the judgment of this bitch, and we're going to be in our immortality, man. What type of sweet victory is that? Beautiful, you know. You can't, brothers into movies. And, you see, what type of ending is that, man? You know, you got it, bro. We got that. You finished
15:20.
Okay, yeah.
Got some more?
Nah, that was it.
15:20.
Yeah, 15.
God, this is the book of Psalms, chapter 50 and verse 20, KJV. Thou sittest and speakest against thy brother. Thou slanderest thine own mother's son.
Yep. And this is what these devils do. Their whole kingdom is built on, and that's what you see now with this scientific racism re-emerging. To paint Jake as a natural criminal, as being inferior, okay? Which, the way he dumbed down, through the matriarch, he has dumbed down the nation so much to where niggas, all right, fulfill the stereotypes now. He has a portion of niggas that fulfill that stereotype of scientific racism, man. Okay? But this devil has been hard-bodied and slandering us, man. But see, he can't account for the remnant. See, he doesn't have a strategy for the remnant. So that's why eventually he's just gonna lose. And when he loses, the Lord gonna lose. You see? Go ahead, that checkmate. Go ahead.
God. Verse 21, it said, These things hast thou done,
We can end with that
and
second.
I kept
6,
silence.
6 and 7. See
Though,
if you can get a GNT bump or something. Nah, you do.
God, this is verse 21. It says, These things hast thou done, and I have kept silence, though thou hast had such like it. Though through it that I was
Yeah.
though thoughtest, Salakia, that I was altogether such as one as myself, but I will reprove thee and set them in order before my eyes.
That's the point. All right. He's proving them through us, and we're being set in order right before these devils' eyes, man. Hey, the elites are watching the Lord build the kingdom right in front of them, man.
Nothing you can do about it.
Nothing you can do about it, showing you that He is. The Lord's in full control, man. If it was up to the elites, man, you think that they the least would allow His ministry to go this far and to do this much damage to His kingdom? No, man. But it's not of Him. He's not the Most High. He doesn't have the last say so, as many people think. Okay? Nah, man, the Lord is proving this kingdom, okay, with the new kingdom that's getting ready to come, which is the elect under Yahweh Shah, man. Okay? You got that, bro?
Second Ezra 6 verse 7 GNT.
Yep.
I answered, but separates the time, and it is the end of the first and the beginning of that which follows.
Yep, the beginning of the first and the end of that which follows, man. So Ezra is inquiring about rulership, man. So our forefathers was inquiring about rulership, man. Okay, they weren't for the gimmicks. When Yahweh Shah was resurrected, what did the Peter and disciples ask? Now
Thou come out.
I know it's time. Now you back.
You're here.
Yeah. Back.
For real.
So our forefathers was inquiring about power. And that goes like we were saying yesterday. When we was a child, we thought as a child, spake as a child. But when we became men, put away childish things. And now we're concerned about rulership, power, man. All this other little shit, arguing and, trying to fix Eve and the community and all that. No, nigga, that's over with. It played out. Okay? Nukes. You already got the solution for
He
this.
said, "Nope."
On to the next. Hey, because when you get a solution to something, do you play around with it?
No, you took on
No,
make it happen.
now we on something else. We already got a solution for that.
I'm not finna keep.
Yeah.
What I'm gonna keep wasting my time trying to come up with an alternative solution if I already
It's
got
already a solution to nukes.
Yep.
Okay? So, we on something else. We on the, hey, there could be a lesson, life after the nukes. You know what I'm saying? We thinking about that. Go ahead.
And he said to me, from Abraham to Abraham,
Yep.
because Jacob and Esau were born from him. But Jacob had held Esau's heels from the outset. Esau represents the end of this age,
Yep.
and Jacob represents the beginning of the fall.
So Esau is the representation of the end of the age of the heathen. Okay? This is what we're in. The 10 toes, this is the last rulership of the heathen. All those heathens that ruled in the earth, Esau is the last, the foot, okay? Which is the end of a man. So Esau represents, all right, the last stage of the heathen being in power and the beginning of the forever kingdom of Jacob, man. So we're right here, man, okay? So we should be tapped into this new age to come. This should be our life, you know? Yeah, so, okay. Hey, well, with that, you know, we pray that you brothers, all right, and you sisters edify once again and give all praise and glory unto
Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushua, Ba'ashem, Kakadash.
and double honors unto the apostles and the elders of GMS who rule well, teach well, being great examples towards young brothers, and peace and blessings, salutations, hopefully, shalom.
Shalom.